Hey guys, it's DRG Vinyl here, and I have some more of these custom Five Nights at Freddy's Series 2 action figures. This time it focuses on, well, the Phantom animatronics, but as if they're nightmarish counterparts. For example, we got Nightmare Phantom Freddy, along with the Phantom Freddo, Nightmare Phantom Chica, along with the Phantom Cupcake, Nightmare Phantom Foxy. We also got Phantom Mangle, and also a Phantom Merion, along with the collector clip of Series 2. So I'm going to show off Nightmare Phantom Freddy first. Basically, it's just the same thing as the first Phantom Freddy I made, just in nightmarish form. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. As you guys can plainly see, I didn't really paint the inside of the torso. It's still brown. If you can see it, at least I can see it. I don't know about you guys, but it is brown on the inside because, well, you're not really gonna see it unless you look at it up close and personal. But so there's not really a point. Basically, it's just the same thing. Missing leg, green burnt skin. I originally left the ear on, just like with the Nightmare Shadow Freddy, but I decided to cut it off. So it's basically the same thing. This one, the Phantom Freddo was hard to paint because, well, he's so small. If you guys can plainly see, he was very hard to paint, especially inside of his belly, as I stated in the last custom video I did. So that was a little bit hard, but I kind of like how he came out, honestly. So I'm gonna bring up the first Phantom Freddy I did for comparison. As you can see, it's just the same thing, except that this is Nightmare Freddy and this is just Freddy. Same thing overall. Alright, let me put these two back. And now I'm gonna get Nightmare Phantom Chica. Basically the same thing, except this time, well, she's holding a cupcake, the Nightmare Cupcake, and it can't come off. So I did have to paint, of course, the cupcake. I didn't want to leave it regular, like the regular Nightmare Cupcake. Overall, the hardest part was doing the bib, because the bib was just a one take like I did with the first Phantom Chica. So, you know, that was a little bit hard, but I kind of like how it came out. Now, originally, let me bring out the Phantom Cupcake. Originally, I was gonna give the Nightmare Cupcake the stripes like this on the Phantom Cupcake on here, but it didn't look great, so I left it like this. I kind of like how it looks, honestly. Along with the Phantom Freddo, this one was very hard to paint because it's definitely smaller than the Phantom Freddo. But overall, I do like how it looks. I decided to paint it like this instead of just giving the stripes. It didn't look good, in my opinion. So that's why it's like this. And then we bring out the other Phantom Chica for comparison. You guys can see. You can still see some of the lines on the paint right here, if you were to look. On here they're a lot more straight and skinnier, these are a lot more fat. But it's no big deal, at least for me that is. I kind of like how it looks. Put her back, and let me bring Nightmare Phantom Foxy. Basically the same thing, just painted him. The paint kind of chipped off on his stomach, or his torso, as some people like to call it. But honestly, I kind of like how it looks. It kind of has a charred look to it. So that's kind of, you know, that's an added detail. There's some paint missing on here that's chipped off, but I'll fix that in the near future. Again, he's just missing his hook. Nothing really new. Let me bring out the first Phantom Foxy for comparison. Now this one doesn't have any burnt looks because it was my first time painting this like a Phantom animatronic, making him look burnt, so I kind of didn't really plan on this happening. That's no big deal. You can tell there's an improvement on the Phantom ones, at least for me, because I can see the lines on here instead of me smearing it like on this one. Head's a little loose, but I'll just fix that with some silver glue. Oh, and his leg is not loose, unlike this one. I hate the fact that this leg is so loose. I really don't like that. This one's not though, so that's no big deal. I can look past it. And now the one that was missing from the last Phantom Animatronics, which is Phantom Mangle. Now, originally I had a Mangle figure that I broke. Then again, I kind of, I did that on purpose. Well, I bought 2 figures. The first one I did by accident, which I uploaded that video. If you want to check it out, you can if you want. And the second one, I decided to, I thought about it and I didn't really need to take it off. I'll explain that in a future video, but basically the broken parts became, well, useless to me. I mean, I glued it back together, but I'm not really going to use it for anything. I kind of left Phantom Mangle without just the head because that's basically what she is. You can check the Wikipedia page just to clarify. Now, I do have my emoji head, and basically I didn't, oh, by the way, I painted the same way I painted this. The only thing I didn't paint on here was all the pink and the red. I kind of left it like as is. I do have to recommend that this one, getting the inside of the lines was hard, especially leaving it pink. I recommend getting a thin brush, which, don't worry, I'll explain that in the near future. Overall, I do like how she looks. I didn't paint the inside of the head because, well, it's not really a point. I'm going to display her like this. And lastly, we have Phantom Knight Merion and the collector clip. Obviously, he's so tall. Now, people were asking me to make a tutorial on how to make these look charred. And I will, because I made a tutorial video on how to make him look charred so that we can follow that. That will come out probably whenever this series is all wrapped up, probably like 3 or 4 videos after this whole customs, Five Nights at Freddy's, Pop Vinyls, and action figure customs thing is over. It'll come out 3 or 4 videos after this. But I have made it and I will publish it. Well, I'm still editing it now, but I will publish it very, very soon. Maybe like in a few weeks, as I stated. Now this one was, I did have to paint the whole body. I didn't really paint the back of the head. I do, let me take off one of the body parts. I do not recommend you paint the studs because, well, you're gonna put them back on and it's gonna chip it off and it's gonna get very annoying. So you don't have to paint the studs. You can paint the inside if you want, but that's your decision, not mine. I kind of painted on the inside. And let me get the collector clip. The collector clip was really easy because, as you can see, I was originally going to leave the white lines, but you can kind of see it. I don't know if you guys can. At least I can see the white lines right here. I was originally going to leave them on, but I decided to paint over them because they were too hard not to paint on. But it's no big deal. Let me bring out the first Phantom puppet, Phantom Marionette, sorry. As you can see, you can't even tell. I left the black lines on here. I didn't really paint them. I didn't really paint them purple because I really didn't want to. There was no point. But I do like how he looks. I'm actually surprised that I was able to do this. I was having some doubts. But if you guys do want to make your own Phantom Animatronics look like this, the tutorial video will be coming out soon. I guarantee it. Now let's see if he'll stand. Yeah, he'll stand. As long as he's leaning on something, along with the collector clip. So I'm going to bring out the paint that I used to make these, which is basically only 5 colors for the... You guys should obviously know these. But just in case, I like to show the paints off anyway. For the green texture, I used palm leaf. Let's see. Yeah, palm leaf for the green texture, except for Nightmare Phantom Foxy. And for the lines, I obviously used black. This one's already used up, so I gotta get a new one. Hopefully it doesn't spill. For Nightmare Phantom Foxy, I used a Tuscan red. You can use any kind of dark red, just make it look dark. Or, I would not recommend using bright red or red apple, because that's too bright. You want to make it look charted and dark as possible. You can obviously mix the colors, but I'm not very good at mixing that much. And for the hook and his legs and the endoskeleton ear, I used, metallic paint, gunmetal gray. It has the Chaos Emerald symbol on the top. That way you can tell the difference. For their eyes, I just basically use white, regular color white. And for the Nightmare Fan Cupcake, I don't think I have, oh here's the paint. I use 2 types of gray, if I can find the other one. I used for the top of the cupcake, I used pewter gray. I gotta get a new one of these because it's starting to run out. Yeah, but I used pewter gray. And for the candlestick and I guess you could say wrapper, whatever it's called, I used garnet gray. But anyway guys, tell me which one is your favorite upper right hand corner. I would love to know which one of you guys really love. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. Bye.